cloud storage. What is it? When you say that you're using cloud storage to store your files and folders, what this means is that you're able to move files and folders, some, a lot, all off of your computer's hard drive and move those files and folders, store them up into the cloud. Well, what does that really mean when we say you're storing them in the cloud? So what you're seeing on the right-hand side of this image of my slide, this is an image of what's called a data center. A data center is a physical building that's been specifically designed to house floors and floors, rows and rows of computers stacked one on top of another, just like you see here. And each of these computers is connected to the internet. So data centers typically have special heating and cooling. They have special lighting, security, all kinds of fun stuff. Now, I've been in different data centers in my day. Most of them don't always look this pretty, but this will give you a good idea of what a data center looks like. Now, when we say that you're storing your files, folders in the cloud, what you are literally doing is storing them on the hard drive of one of these computers that is sitting in a data center that's connected to the internet. Now, the computers that are in a data center are a little bit different than maybe the laptop you have sitting on your desk at home. These computers are high speed. They have lots of storage space on them. They're very, very powerful. So this data center each data center is managed by a company. So Amazon, IBM, Google, Microsoft, they all have multiple data centers that look just like this, similar to this, located around the country, located around the world. And so just remember, when you're using cloud storage, when you are storing your files and your folders in the cloud, what you're actually doing is storing your data, your files on a hard drive in one of these computers that's sitting in a data center. There's a lot of security also involved with data centers. So this will give you a good start, a nice visual about what cloud storage is all about. All right, so with that, let's talk a little bit about some of the big vendors, the big names in cloud storage. One big company is Dropbox. That's the name of the company. It's also the name of its product. If you're a Windows user like I am, you may be using Microsoft's OneDrive cloud storage application to store some of your files in the cloud. If you have an Apple device, you're going to be using Apple's iCloud storage application, cloud storage application to store photos, videos, files in the cloud. And then there's also Google Drive. This is Google's cloud storage application. And now if you're using Google's apps, maybe you're using Google Docs to create documents, Google Sheets for spreadsheets, or Google Slides for slide presentations. When you're using those types of Google applications, by default, anything you create using those Google apps is automatically stored in Google Drive. So again, all of these companies, they sell cloud storage applications to enable you to move some or most of your data and store it in the cloud on one of those, computers that's in a data center. Some of the benefits of cloud storage, saving storage space on your device. We've talked about that a little bit. So by moving files off of your computer's hard drive and having them stored in the cloud, you can actually free up some space on your computer's hard drive for more files. Sharing and collaborating. This is another big benefit. So when you store your files, folders in the cloud using a cloud storage application, you can actually share those files, those documents, those folders with others. And those folks, those collaborators can then work on those documents with you and make changes in real time. So sharing, collaboration, big benefit. Accessibility. So when you store your files in cloud storage, they are available to you 24/7. So if, let's just say you have a laptop, maybe you have a smartphone, and maybe you have a tablet, you can access any files stored in cloud storage using all of those devices, any and all of those devices. So as long as you can connect to the internet using that device, you can access your files that are being stored in the cloud storage application. So let's move into Google Drive. We talked a little bit about cloud storage. Let's now talk specifically about Google Drive. So remember, it's Google's cloud storage application. When you sign up for a Google account, even if it's a free Google account, you get a Google Drive from that with your Google account. And think of it as your own personal storage area in the cloud. So only you can access this storage area. It's completely protected. No one else has access to it. They can't see any of the files or folders that you've stored in your Google Drive. And with your Google Drive, even with the free Google account, you get 15 gigabytes of free storage capacity to work with. And Kathleen has a question in the chat. If we have an EMF, wouldn't that destroy the files in data centers? Yeah, I thought that powerful sunspot activities or electronics. Yeah, I'm sure that, Kathleen, I probably can't, speak to that particular question. I don't know about sunspot activities, but we've had other sunspot activities going on, and our data has been kept safe. So interesting question, though. I think, companies that are running the big data centers, they know about sunspot activities and probably have, methods to combat that. So, and it can mess with sunspot activities. Maybe, Kathleen, you can put in the chat what